for me, I don't know. Do you think he would have gone finished regardless?
Yeah, probably, but you just don't know. I mean,
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. A lot has happened. It's been a crazy year. And just when you thought you've seen it all, guess what, motherfuckers? Another crazy finish, another crazy shock. I was gonna say upset, but it's not really an upset. It was gonna be a great fight regardless. Israel Adesanya lost to Alex Pereira. He got finished in the fifth and final round in a fight that he was winning. Very similar to the second kickboxing match. So
mhm.
it was obviously a very interesting fight overall. We're gonna get into that as well as the other few fights in the main card of this pay-per-view. So we're joined again by Sam, and we're gonna get right into it, man. You guys know who he is. You guys know what he does. So let's get this show on the road. So let's start with you, Sam. Israel
Yeah,
Adesanya, Alex Pereira. What are your thoughts?
I'm so sad, man. No, I just can't believe it, bro. Well, I can't believe it because Pereira's just a monster, bro. Like him and Ngannou were the two. We were talking about this in DMs. Pereira's the Pereira, sorry, is the scariest guy in the UFC right now. He's more active than Francis. Francis is a bigger guy, better puncher, but Pereira just stoic, just fucking scary, bro. Like the arrows in the way of the stage, and
Yeah.
like I
Just
kind of knew my
chipping soccer balls in the air and putting an arrow through
yeah,
it in midair.
yeah. I knew it was always a dangerous fight for Izzy, and to be honest, like I always expected Izzy to win, but in this one I was going in like, nah, I'm not sure, but I thought he might just get the nod, and I was right in some parts because 3-1 up going into that last round, and it's just that power, man. Like that hook, if he catches you, catches like your fucking cheek on that left hook, you're gone, mate. Like there's nothing you can really do about it. And Izzy's been caught by that before, and one thing I noticed about this is that Israel Adesanya has got a chin on him because that wasn't the first time he got connected with. He ate a few punches like that, but
Yeah.
like
The
the wall
Gastelum
breaks.
fight too.
Yeah, and the wall breaks down eventually against guys like Pereira, and yeah, Izzy said his leg was fucked. Maybe I guess we don't know. We're in there. It makes sense because Izzy's footwork makes him elusive and hard to hit, but. Yeah, I think Pereira deserves the victory, and it's just crazy to think, man. He's what's his seventh UFC seventh fight in MMA. He's
MMA.
the
Yeah.
middleweight champion of the world.
That's insane, bro.
What? We've seen
Uh,
it all, bro. This last year was crazy. Like you said, this year, what's next year gonna bring? Like, what is happening?
it's insane, dude. Did you think the stoppage was right?
I
There's
think they
big
should let the.
controversy, right?
It's a big controversy. I think you should let a champion like Izzy go out, maybe, and you've got to protect the safety of the fighters. But I think maybe a bit too soon. At least let his legs go. At least let him get dropped. He was still on his feet. But I kind of see it from both sides because Izzy wasn't even looking at him. His hands were down. He was like swaying back and forth. But Izzy does that when he's dodging. But
Sure.
Mark Goddard's he's an experienced referee. Um, it's one of those weird ones because you can't just letting people get knocked out by the scariest man in the UFC. But at the same time, what everything is he's done, maybe he would like to be put out.
That's fair. I've heard both sides of the coin, right? That you should have let him, at least take a few more shots and let him go out on a shield, right?
Yeah,
And then I've also heard that he was out. I tend to lean on the other side of this one because I do think, I thought he was out already like 4 shots before he even got finished. Like if you watch when he got finished, it was kind of similar to like the Cody Garbrandt TJ Dillashaw fight where Cody was out, but he wasn't on the floor. He was kind of just like
yeah,
this, like.
mm-hmm.
And
Taking
I
a nap.
thought I saw that from Izzy. I don't think he was completely out, so I could also see the argument, like what you say, of let him go out like a champ and take a couple more shots. But overall, I think the main takeaway for me is even if that happens, right? Say that Mark Goddard gives him a chance. Do you think he survives that? Because I don't think he
No,
survives that against a 2-time glory kickboxing champion. I just don't think he survives a moment where he's hurt on the feet like that. And it's not like
Yeah, I
like
guess.
Izzy where there was 5 seconds left on the clock, right? There was a lot
Mm-hmm.
of time left. So Izzy was, I don't know how he was going to recover. I
Mm-hmm.
saw him go on Ariel Helwani's show, I think, and say that, he thought it was a bit early and that he would have clinched him and taken him down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but respectfully, like, how would you do that? Like, you were screwed there. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? For me, I don't know. Do you think he would have gone finished regardless?
Yeah, probably, but you just don't know. I mean,
No,
it's
you
just
don't
hard to
know.
it's really hard to navigate. But I think the safest thing is to, because if you get knocked out cold, then that's like Izzy could be out for
That
way longer, like for that rematch than he would if he was just TKO'd like he was.
that's a good
So
point. Yeah,
so maybe Mark Goddard done him a favor there because the fighters they want to be at least let me go out. It's not the most sensible thing in the world, is it? It's a dangerous sport, the most dangerous. So you know, I would like to see the rematch as well, though. But I think
yeah,
the stoppage was. I wouldn't argue with it, but I can see it from both sides. It's a tricky one.
sure. Yeah, it's a tricky one. But regardless, he was definitely in some trouble there, right? I think everyone could agree with that.
Yeah.
But I think the main deciding factor is sort of, how much can he take before you finish the fight? But that's why reffing is such a hard job in general.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm not a ref. But as far as like the
Yeah.
fight inside the octagon,
Yeah.
right? Um, you know, I went back and I saw, as I'm sure many did, the kickboxing fights, the two that they had. In the first one, this fight was pretty much similar to the first kickboxing match they had. Adesanya
Mm-hmm.
was winning the early rounds, got to the final round where it's looking like he's going to win the fight if he can get out of that round, but he didn't. He got finished in the last round. I think the
Mm-hmm.
kickboxing fight, the first one was only a 3 rounder.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, oh, not the first one. I'm sorry. The second one, not the first one. The second one. The first one, he lost a decision, but I thought he
Yeah.
won that fight. I thought it was kind of a robbery. And then the
Yeah.
second one, he was winning the fight up until he got finished. So when I came into this fight looking into it, I even put a short or video up on my channel where I said, this is going to be a kickboxing fight in 4 ounce gloves. And yeah, Izzy went for a couple takedowns, which was smart, which something I probably would have done the same thing
Yeah.
against a guy like that.
Yeah.
I think that was really smart. But for the most part, right, it was a kickboxing match. And
Yeah.
I thought Izzy was the better kickboxer, at least technically, just overall, no matter how you slice it. I thought he was just a better kickboxer,
Mm-hmm.
slightly over
Yeah.
Pereira. But Alex Pereira throws more shots that can end the fight, way more.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
was going to be that balance, right? And that's how it
Yeah.
ended up.
And bro, like I mean, the way the fight played out for me, I think like Izzy outstriked him. He did. He had good control. I think it was in the third, maybe when he was the wrestling. But mate, like
Yeah.
Izzy. I don't know if it was luck because he's very elusive, but there was a couple of shots if they connected on Izzy. You remember that knee? That knee
Yeah.
in the first or the second? If that hits, bro, you're
Oh
done.
my God. It was
So,
bad.
so yeah, and like there was a head kick. Izzy ate, credit to Izzy as
Yeah.
well. But
Izzy had him hurt too, right?
but but bro, yeah, I was just about to say,
Yeah.
if MMA rounds were 5 minutes and 20 seconds long, Izzy would have had a first round knockout of Alex Pereira. He was gone, bro. He was
He
gone.
was. Yeah.
And like that made me happy is like because obviously as an Izzy fan, I was watching this fight thing and like just go on, just like prove that this he just beat you twice. What a show me your power. And then at the end of that, you see Pereira was like light up, like fuck, like this isn't going to be as easy as I thought. Even in the post fight press cut, I think it was an interview. He was like all respect to him, like so. I think Pereira going in have a shit talk when he says it was for the show, but I don't think he'd have the same level of respect until after going like 4.5 rounds with Izzy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but man, what about Pereira landing that takedown at the end of the second? It was like, what the fuck is
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
that?
Izzy's not. I mean, we all know Izzy's not. I mean, Izzy being better than Pereira on the ground in that fight, that's probably a fact, right? Because he's had more
Yeah, yeah,
time,
yeah,
but that doesn't mean that he's good on the ground overall in MMA. So there's still some holes to be exploited, right? And Alex Pereira did, he took him down. Credit to him.
yeah.
Um, you think they rematch? Probably, right?
Izzy says he'll rematch him even if he loses the title.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
And yeah, I saw that.
yeah, yeah,
That's
like
interesting.
yeah, I think, yeah, I think they have to really, but you know what? Like, I don't know if I'm different to anyone else, but like, I don't see it as Pereira's like third win over Izzy. Technically, it is, but like, I'm like, if this is MMA, can we just, the kickboxing was years ago. Like, I get it, right? I do, but
Yeah.
a trilogy could happen.
Yeah, it's got
It
nothing
really
to do.
could.
It's got nothing to do with it. I think it's
Yeah.
silly to. I don't think Dana's thinking that either, based on his
No.
post-fight press conference.
Yeah.
I think it's silly, but I want to do something here, right? That I was thinking about before we came on. I'm gonna pull up the middleweight rankings now,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna emphasize something. I'm gonna emphasize the point of styles make fights in the UFC, right? So I'm going to pull up
Okay.
the middleweight rankings, right? I got them right here. And I'm going to run through some names and I'm going to ask you if these people have a shot to beat Alex Pereira. All right.
Okay.
I'm not going to say beat because MMA, anything can happen. Robert Whitaker, based on what you saw in the
Yes.
fight, based on the guy's ground
Yeah.
game, everything. Okay.
Yeah. Better grappler than Izzy.
For sure. Jared Cannonier.
Maybe. I
Maybe,
don't know.
yeah.
That's an if. That's an if.
Yeah. Marvin Vittori.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll smother him.
Derek Brunson.
Yeah. 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 Blum Brunson will wrap him up. Yeah.
Jack Hermanson. If it gets to the
Yeah.
ground.
I don't know. I think Jack Hermanson's striking. I think Pereira will knock him out before he's able to get in close with Jack Hermanson.
Yeah. Well, regardless, the whole point is, right? Styles make
I know.
fights. So it's interesting how all those names you just ran through, I would pick Israel Adesanya to beat all those names in a
Yeah.
heartbeat. And the guy that just beat Israel Adesanya, I might, bro, if he fights Whitaker right now, where we stand today, I'm taking Whitaker in the fight because
Yeah.
you would think, all right, well, Whitaker's better on the ground, but Pereira's just going to starch him on the feet. No, sir. Like you can't forget Whitaker is a guy who is a master on the feet. Did you see Darren Till versus Whitaker? It was a chess match, bro, on the
Oh
feet.
yeah, man. And also, like, if you think Pereira's power scares Whitaker,
That
he
dude has a
fought your
chin.
he fought your Romero twice.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He took
Like,
bombs in that fight, bro.
yeah.
Bombs. And you got to give it to him though, because he's still a killer, and you probably have to favorite him in a lot of these fights.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
how about Derek Brunson? I mean, Derek Brunson, you worry in when the fight's standing, but like if he gets him on the ground,
Yeah.
it's a wrap. Maybe more than all those
Yeah.
guys. Like I like maybe,
Maybe.
Whitaker might be more well-rounded overall, better martial artist, but Brunson's
Yeah.
wrestling is just different, bro.
See, I'd fancy Vittori. I'd fancy Vittori
Him
just to go in
too.
and snatch it. Yeah.
And I was watching another podcast, I think with Big John McCarthy, and he said, you know why Vittori's good? Because you saw Vittori versus Costa. He's got a chin too, bro. So if he can take
Yeah.
some shots before he gets the fight to the ground.
I'll tell you what, if we're running on this point, Bo Nickel goes in there right now and gets in his UFC debut.
Bo
No.
Nickel, I love that. 100% has a chance to beat him, dude. He has a chance to beat, but the problem is, in
Of
the
course, yeah.
stand-up, Pereira might murk him, but he has a chance to
Yeah.
beat him.
He
Another
goes
name I'm
out,
going to throw.
shoots.
Yeah, sure. Another name I'm going to throw at you that called him out. Khamzat Chimaev.
Oh, bro, come on.
Bro.
Come
You know
on.
what's the thing though? Is like I've heard that reaction as well with Khamzat for other people. Like, come on, like Khamzat mauls him.
Yeah.
But think about this. His Hamzat's coach was very upset in that Gilbert Burns fight, so I don't think it's gonna happen again. But if Khamzat was taking some fucking bombs and was just throwing caution to the wind against Gilbert Burns at certain. Do you remember that huge overhand that Gilbert Burns landed on him and kind of knocked him to his knee? Bro, if you let Pereira hit you with those shots, you're not getting up, dude.
No. The only thing that scares me about the Pereira and Hamzat matchup potentially is that Hamzat's a middleweight, really.
He's got to
He almost
wrestle.
dies doing 170. But Pereira is like a light heavyweight, like legit, like 215 pounder.
True.
So
yeah, so you look at that fight like Pereira, like, oh, Khamzat has been competing at middleweight. He's going out to Pereira's division. No, it's actually, when you even look at that even deeper, it's like, well, you're looking at a guy in Pereira who barely made weight for his championship fight. And then you're looking at a guy who probably should be a middleweight.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of fun fights, this guy, and a lot of threats to this guy, man, honestly.
Well, we'll just have to see how it goes, mate. I mean, I heard, I've been watching Flagrant. I haven't seen
that.
how one yet. there's so much content now. Fucking everyone's in New York. There's podcasts. I can't keep up,
Yeah.
bro. But what was I going to say,
I
man?
was painting yesterday
Izzy,
and I was listening to that Flagrant
yeah, yeah,
podcast.
yeah. Izzy doesn't want to fight. He wants to. So February is Perth, which is going to be a banger, by the way.
For sure.
February's Perth, and he wants to watch out as a fan, so he won't be fighting until maybe like April. And I think
Probably.
Pereira will probably get a fight in before then. So we'll see how it plays out, mate. But yeah, great event. Condolences for Izzy. He done this loss like a champ that he always does, and I've got respect for Izzy. I felt bad because I'm a huge fan, but it is what it is, bro. It's a ruthless
Yeah.
sport, and it takes no one prisoner.
Yeah, that sucked, man, because Izzy's always been one of my favorite, like few handful of real favorite fighters that I've ever had,
Yeah,
because ever since he came up, and I'm a big Naruto fan, like the anime, and when I saw
yeah,
him
yeah.
talk about it coming up, I was like, this is a guy that's murking everyone, is using Naruto references. And I'm like, what
Yeah,
the hell is he
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
So I got one thing to summarize before we move on to the next fight
Yeah.
here. Man, are you sure that Alex Pereira fights again? Think about this though. I get what you're saying. Are you sure he fights again before he sees Adesanya? I'll tell you why it's a terrible idea. We just ran through the entire list of names, right? I don't think the UFC needs to cash in on this second fight and on this rivalry, I think.
Yeah.
And Adesanya is one of the biggest stars in the sport to begin with, right? That's another reason. But you let this guy go fight someone else that we just said. There's no promise he's coming back with that championship. But you did say
Oh,
Adesanya would fight him even without the belt. But that's
it's
more
not
of
the same.
him though. But for money, for business, that makes no sense. It has to be for a championship.
Yeah.
That's not a co-main event fight. You know what I'm saying?
No, no, never. I don't see Adesanya going in the co-mains for fucking years, like if ever.
Hell
Like
no.
he's too big. He's too big, man.
Even
Like
if it's a
all.
non-title, it'll be a main event for him.
Now look what Izzy does. International Fight Week was his last one. MSG, like that's just the level he's on now. You can't, he's not going to be in the fucking apex.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So let's run through a couple more fights here.
Fuck yeah.
Carlos Barza, Zhang Wei Li. What are your thoughts on that one?
You know what? I really enjoyed that fight. Those wrestling scrambles and that. I was like, so much was going on, and this is why I love the lower weight classes. Like, I never used to appreciate them as much, but it's how fast everything is. Like, it went pretty much how I thought it was going to be, and I feel like everyone thought that Zhang was going to capitalize and
Yeah.
just be the better athlete overall. But Carla Esparza is a dog. Like she survived. She survived some like just shots, man. Like just she kept it up. She made a good example of herself. But at the end of the day, Zhang's just too good. And maybe she might hold on to the title a little bit longer this time. Who knows?
Yeah.
What do you
I
think?
could see it. I don't think Rose would be smart to jump right back into a fight with her. Like after what I saw with the Sparza fight.
Yeah,
I don't know, and I don't want to take credit for that. I think it was like Ariel Helwani or somebody that said that. I think it's smart, yeah, because I just don't see after that performance Rose just had, like the lackluster performance. I just can't see her just jump right back in and face Whaley. I actually thought
no,
Whaley beat her the second time. Whaley's a killer, dude. She's a killer. I mean, she's as strong as they come for that weight class. Is technically sound. Just, I mean, you name it, she has it. She has it.
bro. She picked up Francis Ngannou. Have you
Yeah,
seen
that
that
I
video?
saw that.
What?
That was just I don't understand. Even playing around, that makes no
Yeah,
sense,
yeah.
dude. That
It
makes
doesn't
no
make any.
sense.
Yeah, but
But
she's
it's
such a nice
interesting, man.
person as well. She's such a nice person as well, and she can just scrap, man. And I feel like she needs like a big title run. But like I said, I don't know who's going to fight next in the division. To be honest, I can't really think of any names. Um,
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see this
yeah,
division. Let me pull up the division. Let's see who we got here. We
yeah.
got Whaley, Carla Esparza, Rose Namajunas, Amanda Lemos, Jessica Andrade,
Mm-hmm.
Marina Rodriguez. I mean, it's kind of,
Lemos, Lemos
yeah,
just came off a win, didn't she? Yeah, yeah. Why not?
sure. The rest of them we kind of seen the story. I'm gonna say two things before I guess we move on here. Um, I feel bad for the hate Carlos Esparza has gotten. Like, I don't think
Oh
it's,
fuck yeah.
yeah, like she's really like one of the nicer people on the roster, and just to be booing
Mm,
her flat out all the time, like to me doesn't make sense because yeah, I mean, I guess she didn't deserve to win the last fight and it was a terrible performance. but it's not her fault that the referee raised her hand. Like, you know what I mean? She
Mm.
won. I mean, what is she
Well,
gonna throw the title away? She won the fight. I mean,
let's be honest, brother. It's just idiots who boo in MMA full stop. Like that woman is going out there risking her life, putting it all on the line every time. And you're gonna sit there and boo her, man. Mate, I watched the highlights again of Adesanya and Pereira, and when they were in the clinch for 10 seconds, fucking the crowd was booing. Do you understand what's going on here?
us
This is
fucking Americans,
do,
dude.
do you understand what's going on right here? How grateful you should be to witness Alex, like Adesanya versus Pereira, like at
Yeah,
MSG, and you're booing. I mean, I understand there's a few beers involved, but it's
sure,
just there, yeah. Like Carlos Sport doesn't respect that, and like honestly, one of the pioneer, like I wouldn't call her a pioneer. She's been around forever. The first ever strawweight champion. She deserves some respect.
for sure.
Is that style fan friendly? No, it's not. Is Usman's? And it never used to be. Like, just stop booing fucking MMA fighters. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And it's not just Americans, mate. It's everywhere. You know.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. Except for like maybe like Asia or something. I feel like they're more respectful there.
Yeah, but
But
in Korea, the crowd's quiet, and when someone like throws a head kick, they like,
yeah, they more like to spectate than like cheer on and all that. But
yeah,
yeah, I could respect it though. But
yeah.
one last thing I was gonna say before we move on to the next fight. Man, right now as we were looking through those contenders, I'm just thinking like this would be the perfect time for how the fuck is her name slipping me? That's how long it's been. Tatiana Suarez. If that girl was in the
Uh,
division right now, dude, I think she would have been champion already. That
yeah,
her wrestling is insane. She just can't get her
yeah,
health
man.
on track. It sucks. She's a problem. She's like the
Part
female Khabib, bro.
part of the sport, bro, isn't it? Part of the sport. Well, yeah, Adesanya said he was fucked. I just remembered. He said he was going in with injuries,
Yeah,
but what fighter doesn't?
true.
You know?
There's at least at this level, there's got to be at least nicks and bruises at every
Yeah,
level. Yeah. So that next fight we got, oh, this is a fun one. Michael Chandler
yeah,
versus Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier got the finish. Would have choked him out in what the later rounds, I believe it was. Let's
yeah.
see.
Round three. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the finish by submission. It's a good fight, big fight in the lightweight division. What are your thoughts?
Mm. I love it, bro. I love Michael Chandler, man. I love DP. I love Chandler. Whoever won
Yeah.
it, I would have been happy, man. Just like
Is Chandler
it's
ever in a bad fight, dude?
no, man. He's such
Oh
like,
my God.
mate. He throws bombs, man. He's so athletic. Like just even the fight he's lost. Gaethje. Oh, fuck it,
Who-
sorry.
Oh,
This is how
good.
excited I am. This is how
Yeah.
excited I am to
Yeah.
speak about Chandler.
The energy of
Fucking
Chandler.
yeah, yeah. That's what he's like. He's explosive. But yeah, man, the fight he's lost, Oliveira, Gaethje, now DP, all won those fights. He was winning those fights at one point as well. Maybe not
Sure.
the Gaethje one so much. I think it was a bit more standoffish, but
Yeah, but I get what you're saying because in the Poirier and the Gaethje fights, there were moments where he had him backed against the fence and was
yeah,
almost looking like he was close to finishing the fight.
bro, and like I realized how good he is at wrestling in this DP fight as well. Some of his takedowns, he picked them up twice,
Oh yeah,
slammed them down, maybe three times. So good, man. And yeah, like DP's. It was actually pretty cool for DP to get his sub finish since Islam Makhachev was like
yeah.
on DC's podcast going, "Who give this guy black belt?" And then DC's like, and then DP's like, "Watch this."
I
Well,
gotta
what's it?
call bullshit on that, bro. Because Dustin Poirier almost put Islam's boy in a guillotine and finished him for the championship.
Yeah,
That's the closest
yeah,
Khabib's ever been finished. So listen,
yeah.
respect to
But
Islam. He's a fucking animal. But
yeah,
I gotta say, that's kind of BS, dog. Dustin Poirier
yeah,
is a legit black belt in BJJ, bro. Come on.
yeah.
You
No,
saw
yeah,
that,
hundred
what he did
percent.
to Khabib, right?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Okay, that was like the closest Khabib's ever got to being finished.
Yeah. But yeah, you were
Yeah, man,
saying
that
you
was
were going
crazy.
on about something. You were saying how he about the Islam stuff. You were wrapping up about that.
Yeah. Well, it was just nice to see DP like just get finished by that. I love DP, man. I'm gonna buy that guy's hot sauce as well. Like fuck, I need to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I mean,
it
listen,
just
I'd buy it. I'd buy it.
puts a lightweight division just that division is just mad, man. Like where do we go from here? Like with DP, like because obviously Volkanovski's against Makachev. Like maybe DP versus Gaethje too. That would be sick. That would
Yeah.
be really.
Yeah.
I'm game for that. I'm down for that
Beneil
all day,
Dariush
every
as
day.
well. Somebody threw that out. I love that. Beneil Dariush versus Poirier.
Yeah, why do I keep forgetting about Dariush, man? Like, I swear I'm not a casual per se.
There's
It's just
something
like
about him,
he
right?
just
That's just not
flies under the
resonating,
radar.
right? But right, there's
No, it's
something
just
about him that's not resonating though, right? That's like nobody's
yeah,
giving him, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
kind of overlook him when you look at the rankings, right?
exactly, yeah, yeah. There's something there, but he might be a dark horse of the division for sure. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say him beating Makachev, but I wouldn't say anyone beating Makachev. We've been on this podcast many times.
Oh
Like, how
my
many?
Lord.
I just can't go against them. I just can't go against them ever. Just scary, man. But to go back to the fight as well, Chandler was. Do you think he was being a bit dirty in that fight with the glove, with the fish hook, and then even like on top of him, like with the blood and back of the head shots? So some of those shots in the back of the head were a bit naughty. I will have to say that.
Sure. Listen, I mean, ever since I started to interview fighters, like I kind of choose my words more carefully now. But what I
Yeah,
will
yeah,
say is
yeah,
this. I will say that I mean, we saw the video, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't think, we saw the video, right? So whatever the video showed, I mean, yeah, he did fish hook him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're
hilarious.
saying, bro. I know what you're saying. Well, listen, man, it's fighting at the end of the day, isn't it? And these things are going to happen. Like, like if
Of
we're
course.
out and outside a nightclub and we're in fight or flight mode, like we're going to
Well,
do
I mean,
anything we
yeah,
have to survive to the untrained
sure.
eye. But those guys are in there. We're all humans, but they have to control it more. Like, if a finger goes in the mouth.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's not many rules in there, right? There's only a few. So, I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. I guess,
but
but yeah, great fight. I'm glad DP won.
okay.
Chandler just can't seem to find. He can't seem to find any rhythm, bro. In the victories and
No, like he'll get
but
a win, but he can't get it rolling, right?
yeah, but so fuck, man. Like Michael Chandler. Every time I see his name announced, I know it's going to be an absolute scrap, and he's won me over completely, man.
That guy, dude,
Completely.
every time he fights, bro, it's like a war. It's like at least in the UFC, like, because in Bellator, yeah, but like, I don't remember wars every fight like this. I think in
Yeah,
the UFC, he wants to like put up a show on this
yeah,
stage. But yeah, you're
yeah.
right. He just can't seem to find the ball rolling to get the ball
And
rolling. I mean, he's got one title shot already,
yeah,
but it's kind of like win one, lose two, win one, lose
yeah.
another, so it's like, eh,
And let's be
Poirier.
honest, bro. And let's be honest, he's not getting that much younger. He's like 36 or something, if I'm right.
Yeah.
And how many fights has he got left? And he's obviously loves to scrap. So why doesn't he just make those ones absolutely memorable? Like Dana says, he's the Arturo Gatti of UFC. So yeah, man, like he'll go down as a legend, like just entertaining. So I'm all for Michael Chandler. I hope he's back soon. DP, I hope he gets another shot. I'd love to see DP win the belt, man. I think he's just worked so hard for so long, man, and just gets better and better. Just
Yeah,
see
for
how it
sure.
plays out, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like Michael Chandler said, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. So I think you just
Yeah,
summed
yeah.
it up, right? He's not that young, and we don't know how many fights he got left, but that embodies what he said. I mean, I don't think he's
Mm.
surprised. All right,
See you at the top.
that's right. He's got many of those. All right, let's get
Yeah,
into
yeah,
the second to last fight here. Frankie Edgar, the legend, his last fight against Chris Gutierrez, was a local boy as well.
yeah.
Obviously, we know what happened. I believe it was the first round, right? Or maybe it was the second. But Frankie
Can't
Edgar ate
remember.
a vicious knee and
Hmm.
was out cold. It's just one of those things that was just a KO. Like there's no TKO
Yeah,
nonsense about that. The man was out cold, and he was out in front of his family. He was out cold in front of his wife and
yeah.
kids. So it was hard to see. What are your thoughts, bro?
It's a tough one, man. But I thought Frank Edgar should have either retired at the Sandhagen knee or the Cheeto Vera front kick. Like it's quite sad, man. It's kind of like a Chuck Liddell esque. But
Cheeto
he's
did
been
front kick him too, right?
yeah,
Man.
but he's been around for so long, Frank Edgar, man. This is how long he goes back. There's only been one UFC event in my hometown of Newcastle upon Tyne, UK, England, and Frankie Edgar defended his lightweight championship.
Where was the
Yeah, I
venue?
forgot who against. Metro Radio Arena, Newcastle, England. I think it was Frankie Edgar, yeah. I just thought of that randomly. But that's how long he's been out. That's 2008, sorry. 2008. That's a fucking long time ago, man. But yeah, he's one of your boys. You're from like
New
Jersey.
Jersey. Yeah, he's from New Jersey, dude. He's a
So
big staple. He is
did
MMA.
that break
New
your heart?
Jersey MMA.
So did that
Yeah.
break your heart seeing that shit?
100%. And one thing that I was just thinking about right now is this. Frankie Edgar was never finished before the Brian Ortega fight, bro. And then look how many times he's been finished since then.
Yeah,
You know, what was it?
it takes one.
Yeah. But how many since? So it was Ortega, and then since then, how many was it?
Sandhagen, Vera.
Now this one.
Now this one here, that's
And remember he went up to 45 like on short notice and fought Korean Zombie and got knocked out in the first round.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
dude, he's
It's
taken a
done,
lot
bro.
of fucking damage in like the last 10% of his career compared to like the 90% of the
Yeah,
beginning. Dude, tough to see, man.
yeah,
That's
man, it
not how you
really
want to.
is.
That is
Yeah,
absolutely not how you want your legends to go out. It's just not.
of
And if you're
course.
the UFC, Chris
Yeah,
Gutierrez is an animal. Like,
he is.
you can't
Yeah.
be feeding these guys monsters on their last leg like that, dude. Like, I don't
No, I
think that's
know, I
right,
know.
dude.
But yeah, it sucks, bro, as well. And I also wanted to talk about. I don't know if you've seen it, but a British hype train got derailed and taken care of in Molly McCann. Aaron Blanchfield
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, I wasn't even gonna
Oh,
talk about that because that's not on the main card, but I like that you brought that up. I think that's a yeah, man, for
yeah,
sure.
I just thought I should mention it,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because she's getting a lot of slack now, and
You got
because
something to say about that?
yeah, like I'm not even necessarily going to take a side, it's fighting, it happens, but I just think like it got me thinking towards the Paddy thing because their last two fights have been in UFC London, and Molly dominant the UFC Londons goes over to the States, gets absolutely taken care of by a wrestler. And I was just thinking about the connection between that and Paddy. Paddy's had his last two fights in UFC London, and I think is that going to happen to him because he's fighting in December? I think.
Yeah, he's
I
fighting
think.
Jared Gordon. I think that's another New Jersey guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But I think Paddy's more of a star, to be honest. Like I think they were just friends, and I love Molly. I really do. I hope she bounces back. But I just thought I'd bring it up because the hype train got derailed. But that Aaron Blanchfield looks good. She's 23,
Oh my
24.
God.
She's a savage,
Unbelievable.
bro.
And here's the
Oh,
thing
like
also. Go ahead, go ahead.
just just pays testimony to the heart of Molly McCann. She was in a crucifix for like 2 minutes getting elbowed. Like, seriously, on about Molly, she will not fucking give up. I mean, she tapped eventually, but Jesus.
Yeah. And what I was about to say was, bro, it's here's the thing, right? Erin Blanchfield could very well go in the next 3 years and win the championship. She is that good, bro. So, like, when I look at this fight, it's not like Molly lost to someone that's unranked or like, no, like
Yeah,
she
yeah,
might have
yeah.
like that still doesn't mean she can't be at the top. Oh, she finally got into the she's finally getting a higher ranked opponent and she loses. No, you can't really look at it that way. Erin
Yeah.
Blanchfield specifically, I think she's also from New Jersey. I think.
Yeah.
But Aaron Blanchfield specifically is very good, bro. So like it's not Molly
Yeah.
didn't lose to like some unranked
Mm-hmm.
fighter. She
Mm-hmm.
did.
Yeah.
No, she lost to someone that could be champion. Casey O'Neill, Blanchfield. There's a lot of she's
Yeah.
one of those up and comers in the division. So
I love that division. It's a lot more entertaining than the strawweight division. I'll say that much in my opinion. The flyweight division is sick. I love it.
yeah, for sure. Male and female.
Male and female, yeah.
Sick division, 100%. So last fight on the main card, Dan Hooker versus Claudio Puelles. I mean,
I
man.
fucking love Dan Hooker. I fucking love that man so much. He's a
Yeah.
psychopath, bro.
Oh, he's
Izzy
a
says,
psychopath
but he's such a nice guy, man, and just like
in the
I
best
mean,
way.
the guy he was fighting against is like a leg lock specialist, and Dan Hooker, like, bro, his striking, man, like you forget what he's done against some people, and just the way he dismantled them, like that guy gave up. Like, no disrespect, no disrespect. I just call my IC, but he didn't want to get up off the floor to get back up.
Do you
Dan
think
Hooker
he
just made
gave up
sure.
or do you think he just didn't want I mean, yeah, I mean, do you think he gave up or do you think he just didn't want to strike with or you think he just had a stupid game plan? Because it could be
I
either one of those also.
what I think is getting hit to the body hurts a lot more than getting hit to the head. It's a
Sure.
different kind of pain, and you just it'll fuck you up, man.
Yeah.
But lovely to see Dan Hooker back on the W's. Was that a featherweight or lightweight?
That was a
I don't know.
featherweight. No, wait,
Was
no,
it?
that was lightweight. Sorry, lightweight. Yeah,
Lightweight. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
He
But
shouldn't
yeah,
have gone back to 45. I don't know why he did that.
yeah, it would be nice to see him work his way back up again. Because Dan Hooker's game as he coming. What a nice guy. But yeah, I enjoyed the fight while it lasted. Well, first round, wasn't it?
I think it
I
was
think so.
something like that. Yeah, it was early though.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
we know. Yeah, 406 into the first round. Yeah, I mean, man, couple things like when Dan Hooker was walking into the octagon, Joe Rogan was saying on commentary, like, we have to remember that just 2 years ago, this guy was fighting Dustin Poirier and was probably going to fight for the
Yeah.
championship if he won that fight. And I
Hmm.
was like, shit, that's true. Like, just
What
two
a fight
years
that
ago.
was. What a fight
Yeah,
that was at the
that
Apex
is
as well. Like, fight.
sneaky one of the best fights I've ever seen that doesn't get talked about enough. Because when I saw that fight in at the moment, I was like, this is the best fight I've ever seen in my life. I'm not exaggerating,
Do you
bro.
know why? Do you know why it doesn't get talked about? Because they're at the Apex. The UFC
Yeah.
needs to leave the Apex behind. COVID is like it's not gone, obviously, but like as far as sporting events,
Yeah, I don't know why they do that.
some of the fights we've seen at the Apex, what the fuck, they would have been so good with crowds. Like,
100%. I
and
don't know why they do that.
they're going back there. They're going back there this Saturday with Derek Lewis. Like, I don't know. Like UFC is such a proficient company and ahead of the charge, but they're still at the apex for some reason. I don't know what it is. I can't wrap my head around it, to be honest.
Yeah, weird, isn't it? I don't know why they keep doing that, dude. Like, you got to get out of there. I think you're only killing yourself because, again, like you said, the fights when you have that background noise of the roar of the audience just makes it so much better.
Yeah, it does. Just bleed, bro. Just bleed.
100%. But back to the Hooker stuff, the Dan Hooker stuff, right? I mean, it's like what Joe said. Like, again, the guy was fighting Dustin Poirier all the way at the top of the lightweight division 2 years ago. 2 years is a
Yeah.
very short time. So that is a guy that could definitely get back on track. Before we wrap up here, let me just see where Dan Hooker's ranked because he's probably like 10-ish or
13th
something
or
like
something.
that. Yeah. He might even be higher, actually. Okay, he's 11. Yeah, because the
No, not
UFC
bad.
just updated the rankings today, right? So Hooker's moved up just one spot to 11. Let's see Adesanya. It feels so weird. You can already see Pereira as the champion. That's so weird. So you got Izzy's now. Dude, you know how weird it feels seeing Izzy the number one contender and Usman as the number one contender instead of the champion. It's so
Listen,
weird.
man. Yeah.
That
And
just
like,
sums up the year, right?
yeah. For me, it's like it just gets madder and madder, man. It's just the best sport in the world, bro. And expect the unexpected. Like anything can happen. I'm learning that.